All right. And we're back in this next episode. In this episode, or last episode, what we did is we focused on being able to add music and background music and stuff. In this episode, what we're going to do is we're going to add more to this NPC because this NPC can only stand and take damage right now. All you can do is hit him and it shows his hit points. Let's make it so that he can walk around this episode and that maybe he'll have a task to do. So that's what we're going to handle this episode. So first things first is up here in your place actors panel. Come over here and search for nav mesh bounds volume. And we're going to drop this into our level. So any level where you want your NPCs to walk around, you're going to have a nav mesh bounds volume. And you're going to have to stretch it all the way across your level. Now, I'll show you something. Once it's stretched all the way across your level, you can press the letter P to see all the areas where the NPC could walk. So if I press P, we're going to see in green all the areas where the NPC can walk. And you're going to notice that they can't walk up like the slope right here. That's fine. Just take your nav mesh bounds and you can bring it up, like scale it up a little bit. And then now they can walk up the ramp, down the ramp, anywhere that has green on it, they can walk on. So cool. That's the first step. Now we can press P again to save ourselves some resources. And now we need to make this guy walk. So in our NPC blueprint, which we already have, on event begin play, we're going to add to that. But let's make a custom widget or a custom event first. So type in custom event, and this is going to be called random roam. Okay. Now, to random roam, all you want to do is move the NPC to a place in the map where they can walk to inside that nav mesh. So we're going to say AI move to, because that's literally what we want to happen. We want the AI to move to a place. The AI that we want to move, the pawn, we just want it to be self. So get a reference to self. Now the destination, you can drag off here and say random. And it's going to say random point or random, it's in radius, random location, navigatable radius. Location and yeah, that's what we want basically. Get random location in navigatable radius. So now inside of the radius, wherever they can go into, they'll be able to go there. So we're going to plug this one up here, plug this one up here, and we're going to say the AI move to that location. But we haven't set that location yet because we have to set an origin. So in order to get the origin, get the mesh and get world location. And we're going to use that as the origin because that's where it starts at. And the radius is how far they can move from that origin. So let's say 5,000 because our level was kind of big. So in this level, this little test level is kind of small, so it doesn't matter. Cool. There you go. Now you can say, you can ask them to do something on success or on fail, like if they don't move there. But right now, I think we'll leave that alone. So random roam event, cool. Right on success, we're going to say delay. Give them a chance to take a break for about, let's do a random so that everybody doesn't move at the same time. Random float in range. And anywhere between, like, let's say, 5 seconds and 10 seconds, 8 seconds. After they do that, then we're going to random roam again. Now we're going to add things inside of this. So first thing we need to find is on the NPC, let's add a new variable here and we're going to call it dead. So if they're dead, don't do anything. And I don't think we have that already, so cool. Now, on the damage right here, we gotta set dead. Let's set dead to true. So if the health, this is on my take damage function. If the health is less than 0, and that's true, then we need to set dead to true. So over here, set dead to true. Now the reason why we needed that is because back up in the one that we were working on, before they random roam, we need to do a check to see if they are dead or not. Because that will matter. And we might do that same check at the beginning. But as soon as they delay, we're going to check and see if they're dead. And then if they are not dead, false, then they can random roam again. So let's see if our NPC now will be moving. But you know why he won't be moving? It's because we only made that a custom function. We need to call that function on begin play. So let's call random roam. Compile, save. Now our NPCs literally should be walking around this map. So let's test that out here after we save everything, and then we'll give them some updated behaviors. There they go, they're walking around. There it goes. Okay, so now that that works, now we got NPCs that are able to walk around. So what we could do is just make a whole bunch of child blueprints of the same NPC character, and we could have a whole city full of NPCs just walking around. Okay, so now that they can move around, we need to make it so that they can die, and then they won't move around anymore. So if dead is true, then don't do any of this. So branch, random roam right there, hook up if dead is true, don't do anything. So if dead is false, only random roam. So now we can compile and save, and let's pick up that axe and let's try to destroy them. All right, so now he's dead. He shouldn't random roam at all anymore. He should just be dead. So let's see if he'll move after his little delay. If he doesn't move, then we're good to go. So now what we've done is we've made it so that you can, any NPC that we put into the game, they can walk around randomly and they'll be able to die. And if they die, they won't be able to move anymore. So what we're going to do eventually is we're going to make different kinds of NPCs. Some of them will have different behaviors, but all of them will have some behaviors. So this is going to be our main one. So let's add one behavior to this one that all of them will have. And that will be if they're aggressive or not. So aggressive, and you can turn that one on. And what that means is if they are aggressive, they're going to attack the player. So let's comment this one as random walk, random roam, or whatever we called it. All right, and let's make one more real quick before we end the episode. Custom event attack player. Or let's just call it chase player for now. It'll eventually turn into attack player, so I guess we'll call it attack player. Because right now we're just going to make him chase the player. So if aggressive is true, so branch. Notice how we click the eyeball on aggressive. But if this is true, so plug it into your branch, then we want them to chase the player. So AI move to, paste. So AI move to the player. So we're going to say get player controller or get player character. And that's going to be the target actor. The pawn still will be self. It doesn't say get player character, but let's just cast the third person character. Just to make sure that we're going to the right place. So if true, boom, boom, and then get player character. And then plug this actor into target actor. Test that out real quick. Let's make this one be aggressive. So on the right hand side, we could set aggressive to true. Now let's see if that works right there. That should work a little bit better. Oh, let's save. My bad. Maybe that's what's happening. Save. Yeah, now he's coming straight to us. So this is the aggressive one, and the other one is just roaming. So the aggressive one is coming straight to us. So attack player right here. Let's comment this. See attack player. And on random roam, let's say if aggressive is true, so dead is false, keep on moving. But then let's do another branch and check and see if aggressive is true. And if aggressive is true, then we're going to move to player. We're going to attack player. So there we go. Now, when they do the random roam, then they're always going to check and see if they're aggressive or not, and they're going to attack the player. Oh, he's attacking the player. Oh, he's attacking the player. He's coming at me. Here we go. Cool. Now, if you want them to be able to run, then you can set their speed to a different number. And we'll do that later when we enhance them a little bit. But right now, he is attacking. He is chasing me. And the reason why he stopped chasing me is because if you look here on our P, I ran into an area in which he could not get to, which is this white right here. But cool, that's all I wanted to show you this episode, is that we can make our NPCs have different kinds of behaviors. We will enhance that so we can have lots of different NPCs that have lots of different behaviors, and they'll be able to turn on and off their aggression. And we'll really clean it up so it makes a lot of sense. But thanks for joining me in this episode. I hope you learned something. And in the next episode, I think we're going to continue with this NPC system to make them more smart and more fun to play with. So I hope you learned something. I'll holla at y'all in the next episode. Peace.
Run to the money, on my feet, don't fail. The DA and the judge wanna do their best to jail. I done heard it all.